Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel, and we've got a bit of a scoop for you. This is the Awave 48. It's only just been revealed. It was revealed at Cannes and it's come here to the Palma Boat Show, and it's the first time we've been able to get aboard one. So Awave is a new Italian yard, and this is the first boat in the range, which is the 48 footer. They're going to build boats up to about 70 feet in length, and this is very much a party boat or a luxury tender, whichever way you want to look at it. One thing that's quite distinctive when you look on the side of the boat is this, what they call T-foam. So if you look down the side there, there's this sort of large black soft design, almost like a massive fender that goes all the way around the side of the boat. Apparently the designer originally was thinking of making this as a very large rib, and then decided to go with this T-foam design, because what it does, it actually gives the ability to have these drop down wings. Obviously if that was a tube all the way down the side, you couldn't have a break in it, but with this you can drop that down. And this is all about space. So this has actually got 52 square meters of deck space up here, which is about the size of some people's downstairs in their homes. And these kind of wings that fold down add 5 meters to that. So everything on this boat is on a grand scale, if you like, including the sun pad that we're looking at here, which is divided in 3, but I'm sure could take probably 5 people. And you can see all these walkways here are absolutely enormous. So we'll move forward to our kind of seating area. We've got this nice big table that will drop out and obviously extend and make that into a large dining area. But they're seating again for about, I would say, 6 people comfortably. And then what we've got is we've got this kitchen area. So underneath this T-top, which is great for shade on a day like today because it's getting warm, we've got these wooden countertops that will lift up and expose all the good stuff. So we've got a 2-burner hob there, induction hob, and then over here we've got a sink. You could, if you wanted, I guess, configure stuff like a grill and so forth. In fact, I'm wondering if this is, because it's like a stone finish on it. I'm not sure, but anyway, there's plenty of space there, but you want to leave some obviously for food prep. Down here underneath we've got our refrigeration, we've got storage and so forth, and again we've got refrigeration on this side, so lots of places for your cool drinks and so forth. And when that's stowed down out the way, that's all rather neat. So just talk a little bit about kind of performance and engine options. The engines are accessible underneath this sun pad here. We've got a choice of engines. This one's got the Yanmars, which are twin 370s. Gives this boat top speed of about 32 knots, but you can also have Volvo Pentas with 430 or 440 horsepower, and they'll give a little bit more performance around the 38 knot mark. Now this is actually access into a large lazarette that I'll take you down there, and you can see actually goes all the way through to the back of the engines. So down a couple of steps, and then we have this amazingly large lazarette which backs onto the engine area, which you access underneath the sun pad. We've got a aircon system and heating and water heating and Jenny and everything down there, but we've got this amazing space before that where we can get paddle boards, toys, cushions, all the kind of stuff you need on board a boat. Remarkable. Okay, so let's move on up towards the helm position. And one of the things that I thought was quite nice is that we've got the twin helm seats in the middle, but we've got at the side here these kind of almost like dicky seats or occasional seats with storage behind, but you can just plonk yourself down there, and certainly if you're going at lower speeds you'd be quite comfortable. But step in behind the screen here with good protection, usual multi-function display screens, Garmin's on this one, all your hard buttons for controllers, joystick control system there as well, throttles, our traditional magnetic compass, all the kind of stuff you'd expect to see. A little bit of kind of carbon fibre effect down here, which is rather nice. And it does feel quite kind of enclosed in here, but I mean enclosed in a nice way, kind of safe. You feel well wrapped up. And then just above you, you've got this large glass panel, which I think is fixed on this one, but again floods this area with light. Let's move up onto the bow. Another thing I like about this boat is that you haven't got loads of steps, so it's not fussy. To move around on this boat is very, very easy. And again, big sun pad there, a couple of seats. You can see a window just down here. We'll get the benefit of that when we go below, and I'll show you the master, which you are stood above at the moment. Just in terms of pricing, this boat is kind of a new entry to the market. What you often find is when you get new entries, they're pretty competitive on price, and I think this one is. So this particular boat, with the spec that we're going to be looking at, with the 370s, comes out at 830,000 euros plus VAT. Obviously the larger engines cost a little bit more, but often boats of this size are sort of well over the €1 million mark. So get a lot of boat for the money. So let's step downstairs. One of the other things that attracted me about this boat was the team were on here making coffee earlier, and they made the most fantastic cup of coffee for me in this little saloon area that we've got. So obviously most of the cooking will be done upstairs, but you've got space here to make your coffee. A little bit more refrigeration. I think that's actually an ice maker in there. Let's just go aft. So what I also think is quite nice is that they haven't tried to squeeze too much in on this 48-footer. So you've got two cabins. I would say they're kind of oversized singles either side, and you've got decent space in between. And you can see there the floor is slightly recessed here, so you've got a little bit more headroom, and it's actually rather nice and easy to sit down on the edge of the bed, and a bit more standing headroom up there. So for a party boat, this feels pretty civilized. Bit of storage there, put your t-shirts and shorts on there. And if we step back out, there's just one heads on the boat. Again, they've not tried to squeeze too much in, but as a consequence, the heads is a really good size. So big sink, proper toilet in there, and then that's a wet room, so you've got your rainfall shower above. A little bit of natural light, but I think the lighting on these boats is so good now. You know, you've got this recessed LED lighting. When you open the door, it doesn't feel dark, it doesn't feel like a cave or anything like that. And interestingly, looking on the spec, this wood finish here is described as looks almost like it's been slightly sandblasted, so it looks a little bit like a beach house. Okay, move forward into the master. As I say, this is where not trying to squeeze too much in really pays dividends. You can see we've got this really big lobby area ahead of the bed. So, I mean, I'm about 1.80 m. I would say the headroom in here is probably about 195, 2 meters. Certainly plenty of headroom here. This is the window that we saw when we were out the front. There's a blind down at the moment, but you can imagine that floods the light in. But it's a really decent sized master. Proper double in there. Again, lots of kind of open storage around the place, which is useful. And with that door shut, it's almost big enough to put another, you know, if you had a child, they could almost sleep there on the floor on a little lilo or something like that. But it's a really good size. So I think putting in, you know, just two cabins and one head works really, really well on this boat. And it doesn't make it feel squashed at all. But remember, this is a boat that's more about what's happening upstairs than down. It really is, you know, an epic party boat. And I can see that this builder is going to have a fair bit of success if they carry on in this same kind of vein with designs like this, with this space, which is really, you know, outstanding. I've been on a lot of boats like this, and this one feels right up there in terms of sociable, usable space. So there you go. That's the Awave 48. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, please do so, and click that alerts button so that every time we release a new video, you'll know about it and you can have a look. Be interested to know what you think of this boat, so please leave some comments and start the debate. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.